The biggest snow and ice storm for many AccuWeather saying in nearly 5 years. 200 million are going to be impacted by this storm. Large area of freezing rain that's going to knock off power for over hundreds of thousands of people, or thousands of people without power. Heavy snow from the southern plains toward the northeast. And oh, by the way, widespread cold air that could...
A lot of people don't realize, like, you know, all these cities shut down and everybody kind of goes and huddles in their house, but this is when the farmer actually has to go to work. So we've got to make sure those animals are protected. We're going to have sub-zero freezing weather, ice, sleet, a foot of snow, and you know, our work doesn't end. It gets harder. These are really kind of difficult times for most farmers who operate in these kind of conditions, and especially in Oklahoma, we're just not used to this kind of weather. So we're not set up for it. So that's what we're going to do now, is get set up for it. Get the hogs protected, make sure they got lots of hay in their huts, and then get the cattle moved to a better spot where they can get good wind protection and have access to some hay so they can have food to eat when there's a foot of snow on the ground. And so work just gets going. These are harder times for when these big storms roll in on us, but it is what it is. And then also we need firewood. We don't know if we might be out of electricity for weeks. We don't know. That's happened before where we've had a week of no electricity. So I'm going to cut firewood.
Duration winter storm compared to what we often have around here, where it's maybe just one round of precip and then done. We're talking 2 or 3 different waves of precipitation.
I'm gonna steal some of this hay that I had out for the cows so I can get it in the hog huts. So there's just not enough material in there to keep them warm enough in a -2 degrees. So they'll bury up under this hay, and it's great insulation for them, and they just need a lot more of it. So got one of them done already, but we're gonna do the other one. Get plenty of bedding in here and they'll be fine. I got these huts and I got that big round bell block that north wind, and this just gives them more insulation. You'll see them in the morning all huddled up in these huts across the farm, and they love it. Come here. Okay, there we go.
Started off with temperatures generally above freezing, and now we're seeing that steady decline in those temperatures, feeling like 13 here for Tulsa.
And they're wanting to get out of here. That north wind is hitting them hard. So generally we don't feed a lot of hay on this ranch, and these cows are typically grazing this grass. You see all this green in here. There's still green in there, and that's what they graze on in the winter. But we got, you know, estimates of 18 inches of snow, and so this won't be available. So what we do is we got this spot on the ranch that's really covered by all these trees, and with that 20-25 mile an hour north wind, it acts as a great block. So when this is covered up with snow, I've got hay bales all along this tree line, and the herd is going to be really comfortable. They'll have plenty of hay, and that's how we take care of them in these bad storms here in Oklahoma. But it's such a great spot for them in the winter. Like right now, it's really comfortable. When that's done, and the snow melts, we'll go back to grazing again. But now we just kind of wait it out, see how bad it actually gets. So we got the hogs. Their hut's full of hay, so they're gonna be warm. They're already cozied up in there now. The temperature's dropping really quick. We got all the cattle moved to the back south side of the property in a little valley where it's no wind and lots of tree cover, and we have hay for them. Got the firewood chopped, so we'll stay warm by the fireplace for these next few days, and we'll just hunker down and wait this storm out and see how bad it actually gets.
That winter storm warning going to be in place for parts of Texas, as well as into the major parts of Oklahoma, as well as